It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. Charles, the Bears trying to piece things back together after a tough 3-14 campaign. But they've got one guy they can build around, though, and that's Justin Fields.
And he is quite the talent, and they're trying to build around him indeed because they've added pieces in free agency, added pieces in the NFL draft. They want to get away from him having to use his legs as much as he did in 2022. They want to be able to throw the ball and move the ball downfield that way as well.
Well, meanwhile, for the visiting Lions, they're going to be a pretty trendy sleeper pick. I feel obligated contractually to mention that they've only won one playoff game since 1957. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Khalif Raymond. Touchdown, Detroit. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles, Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Go. They'll run with Herbert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down, avoiding that 3-and-out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On second down, here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. Looking sideline, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns and led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
Goff on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. So the completion good for 6 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Fields eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Herbert now on the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, 56 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him, and right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks at him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On first down, right back to Herbert.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Fields now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes a catch. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll set up the screen for Herbert.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Here we go.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Open man, he finds Kamara. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Khalif Raymond now.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult and is not likely to get better anytime soon as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Fields changing the play. Back to the air, Fields on second down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
that drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third, Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, it's Goff. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now Jones. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
Oh, look at the juke. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Jack Campbell, a first-round pick there on the tackle. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Herbert once more. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Foreman.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
This is Homer. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Here we go, son.
They snap it to Fields.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the Lions will take over.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 2 touchdowns, 1:44 to go. Now Goff on first down.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find Jones again, complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
2nd down, goal to go.
Under pressure, they got him again.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offense is executed at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.